Welcome back to Tech Tele Graphic Designing Tutorial Playlist, and I am your narrator Samir. In our last video, we have learned about Selection Tool and Direct Selection Tool. If you haven't seen that video yet, so link is in the description below. In today's lecture, we will learn about Pen Tool, the most powerful tool in Adobe Illustrator for drawing custom shapes and custom objects. Without wasting much time, let's begin our video.
So guys, as you can see my Illustrator environment, I hope you all will having the same environment if you are using Creative Cloud version of Adobe Illustrator. So as we have already discussed about pen tool, so how we are going to select it. So this is our pen tool, and we can simply select our pen tool by just clicking on our pen tool, or another way is by pressing the P button on your keyboard. So the most interesting thing in today's video that I have enabled some sort of on-screen shortcuts, as you can see on left bottom side. Whenever I am going to press a key or whenever I am going to perform an action in Adobe Illustrator, so you can easily analyze that what buttons, what actions I am performing, whether I am holding my clicks or what are the key combinations, each and everything you can learn. So that's why I have enabled this. So we have selected our pen tool. Once the pen tool is selected, your arrow cursor will change into a sort of a pen. So let's trace an object for better understanding. So before tracing an object, we need to import an object. So I have already have some objects. For suppose a Riot logo. So I'm just going to drag and drop. And yes, oh sorry. We have our V button on my keyboard, as I have already explained in my last video, selection tool, and I'm just going to one more thing before starting. One more thing, for suppose if you are having an object and you want to change its size, for example like this, I'm holding my shift key as well, but if I want to extend an object from a fixed center point, I hope you are getting it, from a fixed center point. It means that the position of a picture or the anchor point of a picture must remain at center. So for doing that, you can hold your Alt combination with Shift. Look, Alt, Shift, click and drag. So you can see that. Remember these combinations, they are going to help a lot. Another thing, for example, if I want to zoom in or zoom out, so there are two different options. First of all, the common one, zoom tool. By selecting zoom tool, you can zoom in, and by pressing Alt key on your keyboard, your positive sign in magnifying glass is going to change in negative sign, and you are going to zoom out. Another way of doing that is you can hold your Alt key and you can use your mouse wheel for zoom in and zoom out purposes. Second thing, for suppose if you want to move your artboard, so you can move your artboard by using your hand tool, this one, shortcut H, hand tool, like this. But yeah, nobody wants to change tools like this. So if you want your hand tool immediately, so for suppose you are having selection tool right now and you want hand tool for moving an artboard, press space bar, click and drag. So instant tool selection for a short period of time. One more example, for suppose I am having text tool and I just want to jump towards my selection tool. So by pressing Control key, I am going to have my selection tool, as you can see. Yeah. In toolbar, you can see that I have selected text tool, but here my cursor is working just like a selection tool. And if you are having a load work, so these tools and these shortcuts are really gonna help you. So here is our logo and we are going to trace it using our pen tool. So before doing that, we need another layer to work on. So layers palette, and we are having one layer only. So first of all, I am going to lock this layer because we are going to trace that image. We don't want to destroy this image. So we are going to lock it. And we are going to add another layer. Create new layer. What are layers? Layers are defined as something stacking over each other. For suppose if you are having your bread and you spread a butter on it, so the butter is going to be considered as a second layer and the bread is going to be your first layer. So similar concept is applied in Illustrator. Our layer 1, we can just rename it by double clicking it, and I am renaming it as logo. And second layer, workplace. Oh, sorry, workplace. Done. Now you can work on it as well, but for suppose if you want something like we used in our earlier ages, like we used to trace some sort of object using our butter paper, so you can template this logo or the first layer as well. For doing that, palette properties, here you can see option template, just click on it. So it's going to give you an impact that you are using butter paper to trace something. Basically we are going to use our pen tool for tracing. We can draw custom shapes as well, but the basic step is tracing. If you learn tracing, so you can trace anything. You can draw vector illustrations, pop arts, whatever you want. As you can see, once the layer is locked or templated, so you cannot overwrite it. You have to unlock that layer first, then you have to work on that. But we have locked it because we don't want to damage our original picture. So we are going to trace it on layer 2. Starting from top, it depends upon from where you start. Just click here. So this is our anchor point, first anchor point, and we are having this line with our pen. So you can just drag it and draw by simply clicking it. So look, you can also observe that how I am using my space bar instead of using a hand tool or changing tools. I have chosen this logo just because it's easy to draw. Not containing much curves in it, so that's why I have chosen this logo. We can draw something else as well, anything you want. So in today's video we are going to cover two examples, this riot logo and the curve one, an apple logo. I hope everybody is familiar with an apple logo. So here the small circle on our pen tool describes that our path is completed. So yes. For example, if you have pen tool and you have drawn this path and now you want to exit, you want to remove that line that is completely being dragged with our pen, so you can do that simply by pressing escape key on your keyboard. So we are done with it. Now we are going to fill some colors, and after that we are going to trace our another logo. So let's see how we have drawn it. I am going to zoom it. Yeah, we left some places here, so we can adjust these places. So we can do that by selecting our direct selection tool. Oh, direct selection tool, because direct selection tool works on paths and selection tool works on an object. So it's time to fill some colors. So I like to have a red color. So our stroke is on top, so we can change our stroke color, but stroke color is already selected and it's black, so we are going with that. I want to fill an object with red color, so I just selected red color here, and oh wow, I'm going to select that object as well, and red color. Done. Once we have traced our object, so we can delete our layer from which we have traced our object. Unlock it, select layer, and you can simply delete it from here. Delete. Do you want to delete this layer that contains artwork? Yes. Done. Look how we just copied Riot logo in a simple way.
So let's take another example of Apple logo. I'm just going to drag and drop it here. Oh. So I just need to reduce the size, holding shift and alt key, and now it's time to trace some tricky logos. You're repeating the same steps, adding another layer on top of that, making this layer as a template so we can easily trace it, zooming in. After that, selecting our pen tool. Oh, I forgot to select my second layer, editable one. Now, as you can observe, this logo is identical on left and right side. If we draw a single part, for suppose if we draw our left part, so we can easily draw our right part as well. So we are going to draw one part, after that we are going to flip our part and join both of them. Let's see how we do that. We are again starting from top. Click and drag. Simple as that. So these points are our resize handles. So for example, if you don't want curve at that point, so you can just simply click here and remove this handle. But I want that curve because I need to curve it from here. At any point you can just click here. For example, now I don't want a curve. Okay, I'm going to create my own. Select palette and I'm going to select a black color for our stroke. Okay, I don't know, but today I am experiencing a bit lag in my Illustrator. I think I need to update. After that, we are going to select our whole V. Yeah, like that. Right click here, transform, and after that reflect. Vertical, horizontal, we want vertical reflection, and we are going to preview. So this is going to be the preview, and we need just a copy of it. So done. Now we are going to place it here. Yes, I know, I just need to make a cut here as well. I can do that. Apple has some defects. Wow, we can adjust that. Now, now it's time to join our different paths together. So we can simply do that by just selecting path and arrange average both. Okay, both points are averaged together. Now we can select join. There is another simple way we are going to follow in next step. Joining our, so select this anchor point, holding shift, select that one as well. Now press Ctrl Alt Shift and J. Join. So this shortcut is going to average both points and going to join both points as well. In a single command you can do both. So why we are going to right click, select, average, join? Now I prefer this one. So once our apple is done, now pause my video and think about it. Which tool we are going to use for drawing this part? Can we use ellipse tool, square tool, or we are going to use pen tool? Answer to my question in the comment below. So I am going to use pen tool, but you can also use ellipse tool as well. Starting from the top once again. And so here you can see that we got our copy, and we can simply rotate it by pressing our shift key. Now we are going to join paths the same way we did earlier, selecting Ctrl Shift Alt J, and we joined our paths. And here we are also going to perform the same action, and we did it. And now we are going to select this path, and we are going to adjust the size of our, so yeah, the curves. That's it. And from here also we are going to adjust. Okay, we are having single one. That's perfect. Yeah, we are having some sort of inconvenience here, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We are done with it. Now we need to create this cutout. So how we are going to create this cut? So again, selecting our pen tool. Yeah, you see that my pen tool has changed. So this is just because I mistakenly pressed my caps lock and my caps lock is on. When caps lock is on, so the designators of tool is going to change. So I am caps lock off. Now we need to adjust it a bit as well. So you can just drag it back. Selecting my pen tool once again, creating a path here, pressing and moving towards it and zooming a bit. Done. After that, done. Now we need to cut out this part. So we are going to complete a rough object. Selecting my pen tool once again and completing this object. This was our earlier drawn anchor point and I am drawing just a random shape outside. Pressing. So you can see that this is our waist part and we want this curve. So for doing that we are using another tool that is known as shape builder tool. The shortcut for that is shift M. So select our apple that we have drawn, our eaten part, apple cutout, and select your shape builder tool. So simply you can see that. By pressing Alt key on your keyboard, you are going to have a negative sign and you can just click here. Gone. Now click here. Done. Now we are going to press our escape key and now you can observe we are still facing this line and we need to remove it. Simply we have removed that part, we can press our delete. So this is our Apple logo. Now we can fill colors in it. So the basic color is black. The stroke is already black. We need first fill to activate. Yeah, fill black. After that we are going to select this our leaf, whatever you want to call it. Select black in that as well. After that is first unlock it and then delete. You can perform this option by simply pressing the delete key on your keyboard and selecting it. Yes, our layer is deleted. Now you can see that how we used our pen tool for tracing object. We can trace anything we want, anything. We can draw custom shapes, custom objects, even we can trace portrait arts, vector art, illustrations, pop art, even some companies' logos as we have seen. If you like my video, so please give it a thumbs up. If you have some sort of problems, so please drop a comment below. I'm definitely going to respond there. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.